Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Death March Episode 3. So last episode, the main character, did I write the names down for this show? I did not. Anyway, the main character, they've picked up right where they left off after the first one, so he was rescuing that girl, that soldier, who was basically, well, flying in the air or I think she fell off of a cliff. Yeah, she fell off of a cliff and he was going to save her. Caught her. And she wakes up and she says she remembers there was a wyvern. And he says, well, I mean, I was just saving you and because you were falling off of the cliff. They go back up and they're headed towards, where the others are, but they're met by two of the soldiers who are pretty suspicious of him because he's just some random dude who shows up climbing up a cliff, who says he's a merchant. He said he was a merchant and that his basically the horse that was carrying all of his stuff ran off with all of the meteors that were coming down. So he basically lost everything. He used his skill for persuasion and stuff like that to get by. He basically maxed it out since he still has skill points left to put into other things. So he used it for that, to convince this person that he is who he says he is. So obviously they believe him and they take him to the town and to get him some new paperwork saying, that he's a merchant and that he's allowed to sell things in other cities and stuff like that. The girl he saves says that she's going to repay him for saving her. He says she doesn't need to, but she basically insists that she's going to. So the other two soldiers take him to the office that he needs to go to in order to fill out the paperwork to get his new merchant license and stuff like that. Which is basically he just puts his hand on something and it brings up all of his stats, and the guy writes it down on a piece of paper or parchment, I guess would be in this case, and gives it to him. Then he's looking for an inn, so they give him the directions to a good inn. So he heads over there, and he's met by this girl, whose name I don't remember. Obviously, I'm not going to remember it. But she works there, and he didn't know that at first, but she did ask if he had a place to stay, because he was there, and she starts taking him towards the inn. It's basically her family that owns the inn. And he was going to that place anyway. It was the one that the lady recommended to him. So he gets a room, he gets some food, and then she decides to take him around to the market because he needed to buy some supplies. It wasn't a whole lot that happened, really, in this episode. Just him getting around the town, getting a room, trying to figure out what's going on. Because right now he thinks it's still a dream, but he's kind of having doubts about that now. But it basically ends with the girl that he saved, coming to the inn and basically saying that she's going to take him around the town to show him around. And I'm assuming that's where it's going to pick up, because where I've got it paused right now shows the two of them standing in front of each other. So the video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.